Welcome back to the channel. Flossmas number 2, 2022. As you can see, we're feeling a little bit more festive. Yes, sort of, you know, like got pretty things on the shelf now instead of all year round Halloween like we have. So glad you enjoyed yesterday's Flossmas video. Hi. We have a cat. Yes. Don't chirp at me. Yes. You're going to come and say hello to everybody? Because you never say hello to people when we do flosstube. Yes. Come on. Bear with me a moment. Please don't knock the ring light over. Come here. Nope, that's my foot. Nope, you're not looking at the tree. You coming up? You're going to come and say hi? Just amuse yourselves for a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Coming up? You're going to come and make things really difficult. Stop headbutting my leg. Say hello to everybody. This is Marley. Named after Jacob Marley, actually. Wasn't our name that we gave him. Yes, this is our rescue cat. He's my little familiar, aren't you? Also known as Shouty McShoutface. You done? The face. Oh, the face. That's it. Oh, claws. Ouch, claws. His tail will appear every so often. Where are you going? Anyway, where were we? Oh, what have you seen? He's seen something. He's going mad. What is it? What is it, Marley? Anyway, if everything goes flying in a moment and the video ends, that's your tail in the tablet. Honestly, no. As you can see, the tail is flicking. Look, stop it. Just see it. What? Just go away. Right, anyway, where were we? 3 minutes completely wasted. I'm about to get headbutted by him again in a minute, or he's going to knock my drink flying. Who knows? Anyway, yes, welcome back to Flossmas number 2, 2022. Random interruptions notwithstanding. Thank you all for watching yesterday and for commenting. So, had a couple of very nice comments. Had lots of very nice comments, actually. But first question needs to be answered. Julia Higham asked, oh, she didn't ask, but she said, perhaps David can join you at the weekends. Yes, David will be joining at the weekends. It's just that he works away all week, driving his big truck. And yes, so last night when I filmed, he was in Scotland. Tonight, he's in Bristol. But he will be home tomorrow lunchtime. So, today we will get to the advent calendar in a minute. I'm not going to do it in any particular order. You're just going to have to watch the whole thing sometimes to see what I've got. Sometimes I'll do it at the beginning, but you're not going to get used to it being in the first 2 minutes, that's for sure. Excuse me. We're starting to get a bit festive here at Morti Mansions. The tree is in the process of, you can see the blue light behind me. It's not blue at all. Excuse the mess. But we have a white tree this year. Surprise! Last year we had a green one up. We do have a black one in the loft, but this year it's the turn of the white tree, and I might give you a bit of a hint to the colour of the baubles that are going on it. So let's have a look at the stitching. So yesterday I mentioned that I was doing the Stitchdoodles calendar, and look, little tiny little. Let me put my finger next to it. Look, it's really tiny. It's not going to focus particularly well because, you know, camera doesn't like it being too close. But yes, it's a bell with they're supposed to be leaves, but I think I've stitched them a bit close to one another. It almost looks like the letter A, actually. But yes, so it's done with split stitch, fly stitch, satin stitch and chain stitch. So who would have thought there are 4 different embroidery stitches actually in that one little piece, and you might have got a little bit of a hint as to where the next one's going and what it might look like. So got to get around to doing that. I should hopefully get that done before bed tonight, because it's taken me most of last night and the whole afternoon to stitch that. I'm not the fastest embroiderer. It's a good job I wasn't working on any of the royal wedding dresses, isn't it? But yes, but the next one's much simpler. It hasn't got lots of filling in to do. And I also said I would share my progress on the calories at Christmas, if you remember that one. Christmas calories, Sue Hillis designs, and I have added about 53 stitches just here, 49 stitches I think. There'll be a lot more. I'm going to carry on working on it tonight while this is comes out in a minute. Yes, so I'll carry on doing some more of that tonight, and we'll share with you my progress. Leave the Sharpie alone. No, you're not eating the needles either. Go away. No. He does like to play with the things that are on my drawer unit here. And all my needle minders, well, not all my needle minders, but a large selection of needle minders are on my trolley. And every so often he pats them or tries to chew them. Don't you? It's no good staring at me like that. Right, so anyway, so that's how far we've got with that. What's up next? Amber, Rogue Mama Stitcher, asked me to share my favourite Christmas memory. Because I did, if you recall, yesterday, those of you that watched yesterday, if you didn't, I will put which way round? It'll probably be up there, I think. Yeah, up there. A link to yesterday's Flossmas. But I did ask for people to put questions in, if they something they particularly wanted me to talk about. And Rogue Mama Stitcher, Amber, has asked me to share my favourite Christmas memory. And that's really difficult. That's really difficult. And the reason it's difficult is because quite a few of my favourite memories are not necessarily wrapped up in good things, but they're favourites for a really weird reason. But anyway, let me think. I did have a bit of a think, and the one that always springs to mind, the one nice one that always springs to mind, it sounds weird because they're not bad memories. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. For example, I remember being 3 years old and being sat on the floor in my parents' study, and they had, like we've got double doors there that go through into our dining room, which is the layout downstairs. My house is smaller than my parents' house was in London, but it's exactly the same layout. So you go in through the front door, and the front door is on the left, and there's a window on the right, and you go in and there's a corridor, and there's a dog leg in the corridor, and the stairs go up like that, and there's 2 rooms at the front. And I remember being sat in the study looking through the double doors open on Christmas morning and seeing the Christmas tree beautifully lit up. And I just remember how amazing this Christmas tree was, and how just, it's fantastic. But the reason I remember it is because I asked my dad where our cat was, and the cat had passed away overnight in my dad's saddlebag. Timmy always used to lay in Dad's. Gosh, it's 47 years and it can still bring up emotion. But Timmy used to sleep in the sideway. We had a lean-to on the side of the house, and he would always sleep in my dad's saddlebag. My dad cycled to work every day. He worked for Queen Mary and Westfield University. Used to be called Queen Mary College back in the 70s in London. And he would cycle the 8 miles from home to QMW every day and back. And Timmy liked to sleep in his saddlebag. And I asked Dad, where's Timmy? And my dad said he's passed away in his sleep. They'd gone out to get the cat that morning. And he died in his sleep on Christmas Eve. So it's quite a sad memory. It's a bittersweet memory, Amber. But I remember how beautiful the Christmas tree looked, as Dad was telling me that. And it has stayed with me my entire life. But by complete contrast, and our daughter is going to kill me for sharing this, possibly, the not long after I had met David and his daughter Olivia, we had moved in, well, I say not long after, we had moved in together by the Christmas. And Olivia had come to live with us. And Santa, of course, you know, parents buy presents for their children, but Santa does buy presents too. Little presents to go in Christmas stockings. And there is a toy called a Jacob's Ladder. It's a wooden toy with ribbon, and it click-clacks down. You hold it and it click-clacks down, and then it click-clacks down. And if I can find a video to clip, or I'll find you the photograph of the actual thing, because I know I took a photograph. Liv unwrapped this on Christmas morning, and she looked at it, and she looked slightly puzzled, but a little perturbed. So I said to her, "What's the matter, Liv? What is there a problem?" You know, knowing full well that this is rather odd toy in her. You know, she wasn't the average girl, I will say, but there was this toy, and she looked at it, and she sat there and she went, "Sometimes Santa is so random." Yeah, that was Liv all over, particularly then. But yes, sometimes Santa is so random. I think that a lot of children would agree that Santa is rather random in the sharing of his gifts. So, today's Christmas joke. Heard a really, really good one online. If any of you follow this particular vlog, you'll have heard it as well. But how did how did Joseph and Mary know that Jesus weighed 7 pounds 6 ounces when he was born? Because they had a weigh in a manger. I thought that was quite funny. Glad you liked yesterday's. Anyway, right, so the main event, of course, is bag number 2. I've not bothered to go and fetch it because the whole memory thing was going to be talked about, but I fetched it before filming. Here it is, bag number 2. It's very light, but it rattles. So if I can get the tape off. I need some elevator music at this point. Oh, this is kind of following on from yesterday's theme. Well, first things first, I have a chocolate coin. Do you get these in the States and Australia, by the way, people? These, I know, because I do know you can get them in Europe, because when I lived in France, you could buy these, but they were euros and not pounds and what have you. And this is a fake 5p piece. And it's foil, just in case people have never seen this before. It's foil. And if I can just peel the foil off, and inside is chocolate. I'm pretty certain it must be available universally, but you know, just in case people have never seen it, it is tradition to buy bags of them. But the actual present that's in there are some snowmen Christmas toppers. I wonder if I'm supposed to use those with that glue. I might well do. Oh, I wonder if I've got to make a wreath. Because I could glue those. Although, wouldn't they make cool needle minders? I could put a magnet on the back. Look, there's a little sticky tab, but obviously that's not going to hold a magnet. But I could make a needle minder. So maybe that was the job. Ooh, I've got some magnets upstairs. Watch this space. I think actually I might make one of those into a needle minder. Tell you what, there's 3 here. I'm going to make these into needle minders. If you would like one of them, I will comment below, snowman, and I will make a snowman needle minder for you as well and send it out in the post. I will do a draw. So whoever puts snowman, I will do a comment picker. That's it. It's been a while since I've done one of those. It's going to be a while yet before I do another one because we haven't got to the 1,000. But although I'm going to do one, I'm rambling. I swear I haven't been drinking. I'm sorry. Anyway, yes, I will pick 2 people. Yes, I think there's 3 in there. Is it 3 in there? Does it say 3? It just says, yeah, 3 pieces. So I will make 3 needle minders and I will ship 2 out for Christmas. How about that? There we go. Right, well, I've nearly twice as long as yesterday's. So without further ado, I will say goodbye, ho ho ho, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh dear, tomorrow, bye.